I am back after a long time, and today we are going to do chapter 2 Equality, which is in your civic section of your book of SST. So, we'll start the equality chapter. Now, what are we going to cover in this? I will be talking about what is equality, what are the forms of inequality, how equality has been defined in the Indian Constitution, and how equality is done in the Indian Constitution. What all sections are there to make every person feel equal. राइट सो फर्स्ट इज इक्वालिटी. देखो इक्वालिटी का मतलब है बराबर. कोई कोई रेस पर, कास्ट पे, क्रीड पे, रिलीजन पे कोई भेदभाव नहीं है. सो इक्वालिटी इज द सेंट्रल फीचर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. इट हेल्प्स इन द स्मूथ फंक्शनिंग ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. आप सोचो इन अ डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री अगर हमारे पास इक्वालिटी नहीं है तो डेमोक्रेसी कैसे करेगी. सो पहला पॉइंट तो हम ये कहेंगे इट इज़ द सेंट्रल फीचर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी एंड इट हेल्प्स इन द स्मूथ फंक्शनिंग ऑफ डेमोक्रेटिक गवर्नमेंट. Now we will understand how this equality is used in the right to vote. Now we call this as universal adult franchise. Now what does this word mean? Universal means all. Adult means above the age of 18 and franchise means the right to vote. So it means all the citizens who are above the age of 18 years have been given the right to vote irrespective of their race, caste and creed. यानी कि सारे सिटीजन्स जो हैं वो चाहे किसी भी रेस के हैं, किसी भी कास्ट के हैं, किसी भी क्रीड के हैं, अगर वो 18 ईयर्स से अबव है दे हैव द राइट टू वोट. नाउ यू विल बी सरप्राइज कि हम ब्रिटेन को हम कहते हैं कि ब्रिटेन इज़ द मदर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी, लेकिन उन्होंने अपनी वुमेन को राइट टू वोट जो है वो किस साल में दिया है? 1928, much later than any other democracies of the world. All right, now let's talk about inequality. Right now, how can there be inequality? It could be on the basis of the caste system. Now, caste system, if I talk about the urban areas, आपके शहरी जो areas है वहाँ पर तो ये बहुत weaken हो गई है, लेकिन rural areas में अभी भी the individual identity is based on his or her caste. Then the lower caste, Dalits are also discriminated. You may say that we will come across this term a lot in your SST book in this chapter. What do you mean by the word Dalit? Now, Dalit refers to a group of people traditionally known as the untouchables or the outcast. Then people could also be treated unfairly on the basis of their religion, on the basis of their background, on the basis of their gender, it's a girl or a boy. So these are the kinds of inequality. On the caste system, Dalits are discriminated. One could be discriminated on the basis of their religion, their background, and their gender. All right, now everyone deserves same respect and dignity. But when we discriminate a person on the basis of caste, that is known as the caste discrimination. But what is the harm in caste discrimination? The harm is that it is against the principle of equality. Now, in a country like India, we are multilingual. Multilingual means we have lot many languages, multi-religious. The people of India follow lot many religions. Some of them are Buddhists, Jain, Christians. They might be Hindus. They might be Muslims. Multicultural. So, in a place like India, there is no place for inequality. So, this is caste discrimination when one is differentiated, discriminated on the basis of their caste. And this is against the principle of equality. Now, you would say that what could be the example of caste discrimination? See, now in your classrooms, you will never feel this because your teacher never makes you sit like this. Okay, the Hindus sit on this side, the Muslims sit on this side, the Sikhs sit on this side. The teacher does not do that. So, in your class, everyone, irrespective of their caste, religion, their economic background, all sit together. But what could be the example of the caste discrimination? Suppose in a village, the scheduled caste students are not allowed to drink water from where others drink, or they are not allowed to sit at the same place where the higher caste people are studying. So, this is the example of caste discrimination. Now, what could be the impact of caste discrimination? कोई बात नहीं, आप कास्ट के बेसिस पे लोगों को कह रहे हो कि उसको डिस्क्रिमिनेट कर रहे हो, उसको डिफ्रेंशिएट कर रहे हो, तो इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा? देखो, सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा कि इट विल damage, it will actually cause damage to the unity and integrity of the nation. It will also devoid country of the productive and the essential manpower, because on the basis of the caste you are discriminating against people, but maybe those people are in terms of productive manpower, very important manpower, but because you are discriminating against them, they may feel low and they may not give their best at the workplace. Apart from this, it also leads to deprivation. Then is humiliation. You may feel very angry, humiliated, dissatisfied. There might be a conflict in you because you are discriminated on the basis of the caste. Now, there was an Indian journalist, P. Senath, in 1999. He wrote about the reports describing untouchability and caste discrimination still being followed, and this is the year that we are talking is 1999. So this is about your caste discrimination. It can give damage to the unity and integrity of the country. The country may be devoid of their productive manpower, and the people who are discriminated may not give their best, and it also leads to deprivation, humiliation, anger, dissatisfaction, crisis, and conflict. Now, if I may ask you a question, that all right, we believe that caste discrimination is bad, but then how do we deal with it? अब caste के ऊपर तो आप differentiate कर रहे हो, तो हम क्या करेंगे? तो हम ये करेंगे, we need to encourage the socially and economically weaker sections for the betterment of the country, that we must encourage them. Now, how can we encourage them? By giving them the proper education. And we also need to create awareness among the general masses against the evils of the discrimination. That means if you want to end the caste discrimination, you need to encourage the socially and economically weaker sections by giving them proper education, by creating awareness among the general masses that what are the evils of discrimination. Now, in your book, there is another term called as discrimination. Now, this is very different. Protective discrimination means it is a system by which special privileges, special things are done for socially and economically backward people. That means it is again discrimination, lekin this is protective because there are certain privileges which are being given to socially and economically backward people. So, what kind of special privileges could be? For example, sorry. For example, the government of India has taken several steps. One, they have reserved the seats for SC 15%, ST 7.5%, OBC 27%. OBC means other backward castes, scheduled tribes, scheduled caste. Now, ये तो होगी ओवरऑल रिजर्वेशन. तो गवर्नमेंट ने इवन लोकसभा में भी जो है इनकी सीट्स रिजर्व की है. दे हैव रिजर्व देयर सीट्स इन द एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन. देन द गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो गिव्स देम ग्रांट्स एंड स्कॉलरशिप्स to economically weaker section. Then they also have launched vocational training in the tribal areas. Now this is called as protective discrimination, by which government tries to give certain privileges to socially and economically backward people. That might be a reservation of seats in Lok Sabha, in the educational institution, giving them the grant, scholarship, and also giving them the vocational training, especially in the tribal areas. Now, I had also talked about that how equality is dealt in the Indian Constitution. Now, you may ask me, what is a constitution? Now, constitution is the supreme law of the land. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में सबकी पावर्स, सेंटर ने कैसे काम करना है, स्टेट ने कैसे करना है, सेंटर में पार्लियामेंट के क्या काम है, सब कुछ जो है डिफाइंड है. किसी की पावर्स जो है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के बियॉन्ड नहीं है. तो अब हम ये कहते हैं कि इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में इक्वालिटी की बात कहाँ की गई है। सबसे पहले है रूल ऑफ लॉ। रूल ऑफ लॉ मीन्स ऑल आर इक्वल बिफोर द लॉ। नो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन इज मेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कास्ट, creed, race, religion and gender means everybody is equal before law. अगर आपने चोरी की है तो उसकी एक ही पनिशमेंट है, चाहे वो चोर कोई बहुत अमीर व्यक्ति है, चाहे वो चोर कोई गरीब व्यक्ति है, लेकिन जो लॉ कहता है वो सबके लिए सेम है। ना यू मे वंडर कि ये तो ऐसा ही होता था, लेकिन एंशंट इंडिया में ऐसा नहीं था। बहुत सारी जो हायर कास्ट है उनको बहुत सारे प्रिविलेजेस थे, लेकिन लोअर कास्ट जो है उनके लिए लॉज डिफरेंट थी। सो यहाँ रूल ऑफ लॉ मीन्स ऑल आर इक्वल बिफोर लॉ। और एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ जो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन देते हैं, पहले हमने पढ़ लिया रूल ऑफ लॉ, दूसरा है बच्चे राइट टू इक्वालिटी। राइट टू इक्वालिटी का मतलब क्या है कि गवर्नमेंट डज नॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेट अगेंस्ट एनी सिटीजन। सो इट डज नॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेट दैट दिस सिटीजन इज from a different religion, caste, creed. The government does not. Then every citizen has the equal right to access to public places like parks, any kind of the public places. So every citizen has the equal right to use the public places. Public places means the places which have been meant for the normal people, and these have been created by the government. Now, there shall be no discrimination with regard to the use of well, tanks, bathing ghats, or any other place of utility. Practice of untouchability is prohibited. Article 17 of the Indian Constitution bans untouchability, right? All right, now what is untouchability? Now, untouchability is an evil social practice, and it was commonly used with the Dalit class in India. It used to be so that even when a lower caste or untouchable would enter the village, he had to make some kind of sound, so that if there is a Brahman nearby, he may come to know that a lower caste person is coming, and he may kind of avoid coming in contact with that person, or avoid avoid coming in contact with that person, right? Now, when we talk about the equality, let's talk about the other democracies also, because whatever we talked about the Indian government. Let's just see what did we learn. If we could just go back and let's see what did we learn. Sorry. Now, we learned what equality is, right? So we learned that equality it is a central feature of democracy. It helps in the smooth functioning of democracy, and in India we find it in the right to vote, right? Then we talked about various forms of inequality, caste system, how the lower caste are discriminated, people are also differentiated, treated unfairly because of their religion, background and gender, right? Then we talked about the caste discrimination. That means you are being discriminated because of your caste, right? Then we also talked about what can be the impact. It can damage the unity and integrity of the country. It can devoid the country of productive and essential manpower. Then the discriminated people may feel very low, and it also leads to deprivation, anger, humiliation, crisis and conflict, right? And how can we help the caste discrimination? We need to encourage the social and economically weaker sections by giving them proper education and by creating awareness among the general masses against the evil of discrimination. Then we did the protective discrimination, which means certain special privileges which are given to socially and economically backward people so that they may feel equal to the main society, right? Then we also talked about Indian constitution. They have two important things: one, rule of law, everyone is equal before law, and right to equality. The government cannot discriminate because of your religion, caste, creed. You have the equal right to access the public places, and practice of untouchability is completely prohibited, right? Now let's talk about the equality in other democracies. Now, in USA, The Afro-Americans were subject to, this is very important, African Americans were subject to large-scale discrimination in the southern states. They had to wage a long struggle against this inequality, and later these African Americans were given equal rights by the government of USA. The same thing happened in South Africa. Now, Africa, it had the black population. Now, South Africa had actually two type of populations. One they called as the black, the other they called as the white. Now, the black population, they were in majority, they were of more number, but they were not given the basic rights by the white minority. So the black people had to struggle under the leadership of Nelson Mandela to get back their freedom. Now, a very important topic your book has discussed is the apartheid. Now, what is this apartheid? Now, it is a policy of racial discrimination followed by the white minority government against the black majority population of South Africa. Now, what was this policy all about? See, this policy में क्या था? They were forbidden to live in areas जहाँ पर white population रहती है. Trains, buses, hotels, hospitals, schools, college, libraries, beaches, pool, they were all separate. अलग थे, white के अलग, black के अलग. तो फिर नेल्सन मंडेला नाम के व्यक्ति जो हैं उन्होंने black people जो they were in majority in Africa, he fought for their freedom. हालांकि he was imprisoned in 1964. As the protest and the struggle against the apartheid increased, the government put an end to the oppression. Finally, at the midnight of 26th April 1994, a new national flag of the Republic of South Africa was unfurled. The white minority government came to an end, giving way to a multinational racial government. That means equal rights were given to the black majority population and the white minority population. So there are certain terms which are given at the end of your book. Let's revise that. One is the rule of law. I told you everyone is equal before law. Then is equality. All are equal, irrespective of any discrimination, caste, religion, creed, economic, any differences. Prohibited means it is banned, it is not allowed, it is declared an offense. When I say that untouchability is prohibited, I mean that untouchability is not allowed. It is a declared offense. Then is preamble. Preamble is an introduction to the Constitution. The last term is apartheid, a policy of racial discrimination followed by white minority government against the black majority population of South Africa. So this was all in your chapter Equality. Do tune in to my next video in which I will see how much have you learned. There are lots of questions, some 1 markers, some 2 markers and some long markers just to see how well have you learned. So we'll meet again in my next part of the same chapter to assess you. How much have you learned? So let's see.